The famous story of Colonel Ben Daoud. An Arab is an Arab, even if he is Colonel Bendaoud. Part 1. Mohammed Ben Daoud, known as Colonel Bendaoud, was born in June 1837 in Chasbourekak near Oran. He is the son of Aga el-Say Mohammed bin Daoud, the Aga of the Douairs. It should be remembered that his uncle was the Aga Ali Ould Qadi of Frenda. After brilliant studies at the Arab College of Algiers, he enrolled as a foreign student at the famous military school of Saint Cyr on December 12, 1855. 3 years later, he was promoted to the rank of sous lieutenant in December 1858. During his career, he demonstrated his unfailing devotion to the mother country, France, and even asked to be naturalized French, a sine qua non condition for him to aspire to higher dignities. His undeniable merits led to an avalanche of compliments from the press of the time in favor of the French soldier that was Colonel Bendaoud, describing him as soldier of great bravery, living in the European style and imbued of very French feelings. Indeed, he took part in the Italian campaign 1859, and in the Franco-German War of 1870 as captain of the 2nd Regiment of African Hunters. Thanks to his brilliant career in the army, he was promoted to colonel in the 1st Regiment of Algerian Spahis in 1889. He was even elevated in 1902 to the rank of Grand Officer of the Legion of Honor. Notwithstanding that, an Arab will remain an Arab. Even Colonel Bendaoud, at a reception attended by French government officials visiting Algeria, Bendaoud was refused entry, while French officers lower in rank were allowed access. This not being enough, the colonel would have been deliberately ignored by de Gaulle. During a review during the Algerian War, it is said, one day, as a supreme dissenter, a French aristocrat gave a ball to which the senior officers were all invited, including Colonel Bendaoud. The lady reviews her guests and extends her hand to them for the famous hand kiss, a sign of honor towards the hosts. During the presentation of the guests, she arrives in front of Colonel Bendaoud. As he reaches out his hand, his name, Bendaoud, is announced. Immediately, the lady hastily withdrew her hand, which constituted one of the first facial offenses in history. Colonel Bendaoud, shocked to the highest degree, and in a sudden realization, then drops this terrible sentence in front of everyone: an Arab will remain an Arab, even if he is Colonel Bendaoud. Arbi Walau Kel Colonel Bendaoud. The latter, full of disappointment and bitterness, would have quoted this Quranic verse, certainly learned in his childhood, declaring, God said, neither the Jews nor the Christians will ever be satisfied with you, until you follow their religion. Verse 120, Surah al-Baqarah. He would have said again, and despite the fact that I followed their religion, they had no consideration for my person. This is what makes him say, Arab, you will remain an Arab even if your name is Colonel Bendaoud. A popular adage that has been answered across the country. What was tragic for Colonel Bendaoud was the fact of having sold off the supreme identity, the honor and above all the religion of his fathers for ephemeral honors, at a low price. To be continued.